This is Miss Millie. Hey guys, it's Caroline, and if you're new to this channel, we talk about all things mindfulness, spirituality, creativity, much more. Subscribe below if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But today we have a different kind of video, and I'm recording this because I had a whole video scripted and my soul just could not do it today. I had to talk about something that is weighing on me. I have to talk about something that I think you might need to hear too. And I just feel like this message is what I'm supposed to be putting out today. So lately, I have been sort of in a rut, combined with many things that I've been doing really well. Like, do you ever feel like you're doing really well in a certain area of your life, but in another area, things might be lacking a little bit? Because all around, mentally, physically, I feel really great. Really freaking great. And this change sort of happened after I left a job that was no longer serving me. And this job was in an office. And I left this job last month. My last day was actually earlier this month, but pretty much this job was draining everything from me. So obviously the transition from doing that to where I'm at right now is huge with my mental health and just with the way things have been going in my life lately. However, you know, there's always a give and take in life, and right now, I am sort of struggling with perfectionism. Everyone has struggled with perfectionism. I'm not special for that. I've also struggled with perfectionism for my entire life. It's showing up right now, and specifically this week. And the reason I was drawn to make this video was because I had scripted an entire video that I wanted to film, and I wanted it to be my next video out on my channel. And because, I didn't wear a cute outfit today, or because I didn't have enough time in the morning to get ready this morning, I decided mentally that I couldn't film today because I wasn't feeling my best or like looking my best the way I wanted to present myself to this channel and this, version of me. And then when I was in the car today, I was thinking, like, I can't let myself down like that, in a sense where I just don't film at all. Because A, that'll really hurt the way that I think about myself, the way I view myself subconsciously. And B, I was committed. I was committed to filming. I'm committed to getting a video out on Sunday, which if you're watching this, it's obviously been posted. And I was thinking, like, what the heck is holding me back? What is holding me back? And it's obviously perfectionism. Perfectionism is seriously the greatest thief of joy and creativity. And I don't know, if you struggle with perfectionism, you probably find that it inhibits you from achieving a lot of the things you want to achieve. My message here is that if there's something you've been wanting to do, but you're worried about it not being perfect, just stop. Because if you really think about it in the grand scheme of things, imperfect action is literally what will make our end result that much better. If we don't start taking the imperfect action, if we don't start creating the things with flaws in them, if we don't start somewhere, we're never gonna start, or our start will be so much more delayed and take so much longer. This especially goes out to you if you're a creative who struggles with perfectionism. I have a lot of experience in my life not doing things, like simply not doing things because I felt like it wasn't gonna be perfect. And this, being 23 years old, has impacted over half of my life. I grew up a super creative kid, and I think around high school was when I stopped working towards my craft, probably middle school too. Stopped working on crafts, stopped drawing, stopped painting. Actually, I hadn't really painted very much before, but just stopped art in general. And part of this was because the message that society sends us that our creations are not what's gonna make us money. Like, our creations are not what's gonna give us that full-time job that we supposedly need. And this message was just very widespread around that age, and I'm sure it was for most people. And yeah, so in high school, there were probably years of my life where I didn't work on my drawing, didn't work on my painting, even though I know that's where I was passionate when I was a child. That's all I did was create. So when it came to my senior year and I had some extra credits left, I decided to take a drawing class. And in that class, I realized how much I'd been neglecting this part of myself and how much I wanted to pursue this part of myself. And I ended up taking the next semester a painting class, and this just reignited that spark in me. And it's what led me to a creative major in college. Although that creative major is not what I needed in my life, it's not as creative as I had expected. I'm so glad it led me where it led me. But at the same time, since then, I have had so many ups and downs with my creation, whether it be art or whether it be for my business, for my social media channels. Like, there are times when I'm so inspired and I'm going, and I'm painting every day and I'm loving what I'm doing and I'm making reels and they're doing great and I'm making TikToks and YouTube videos. And then there are times where I get into a rut, and I've been realizing that it's mainly been because of my perfectionism. Any time that I've gone over a year without drawing or painting, which I've done, sadly, it's been because I'm too afraid to start something and have it not be good. And I'm saying this now because I'm telling you to learn from my mistakes, because that act of not doing something you love for a certain amount of time because you don't want it to be imperfect, that act will eat you alive more than the act of doing something imperfect. If you're doing something imperfect, you're still showing up for yourself and you're still showing up for what you want and what you desire. And I guess it's worth noting that you should probably take a look inside and see what's stopping you, and if it is imperfection or if it's because you're not passionate about what you're doing, because those are two very different things. But a lot of the time when we know we're passionate about something and we're not doing it, it's clearly because we're worried about the imperfections and we're being too much of a perfectionist. So, long story short, I am sitting down today to tell you that perfectionism will only rob you of your happiness. It will only make you wonder, like, what could have been. And you are worthy of creating or doing whatever it is you want to be doing. You are more than worthy of it. And you need to start giving that to your soul, and you need to start giving that to your heart, because that's what your highest self wants. That's what your soul needs. And it's often what we fear most that we actually need the most. So that's my whole long-winded way of saying that perfectionism will really only hurt you in the long run. I'm showing you right here, I'm giving myself some grace because I've been exhausted this week. But you know what? If I don't show up for myself in this way, creating this YouTube channel that I want to build, creating this space for my community, then what's that telling me? That's telling me that I'm not valuing this dream of mine subconsciously. And that's really harmful if you struggle with things like motivation and, general worthiness around your dreams. So I hope that this reached someone who needed it. I hope that you do something today that you've been putting off due to perfectionism. I hope that you create something, even though it won't be perfect. I hope you draw the ugly things, because that's how you're gonna get past that point and get into the feel-good part of it. That's how you're gonna get past the point in your creation where you're afraid and where you're almost stalling, and you'll get way past that and you will just blossom. So often we have to just go past that fence of perfectionism and enter that flourishing space. It's really just right on the other side. So I'm hoping that by showing up for myself today and recording this and showing up for you guys, that this is changing a part of my identity. This is changing a part of myself that really puts pressure on everything needing to be perfect in order for the next thing to happen. If this resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It was nice chatting. Let me know if you liked this sort of chit chat talking vibe. See you soon. Love you.